Get ready because Aaron Rodgers is officially back. We are diving deep into what this monumental move means for the Steelers fans. We are talking about the expected 1-year, $25 million deal Rodgers is poised to sign with Pittsburgh this week. We will break down exactly what this signals for the team's future, the expectations for the season, and whether this veteran presence is the key to unlocking a new era for the franchise. Passing metrics, and the support from new weapons like Michael Pittman and Jeremy Bernard could propel the Steelers back to the postseason. Finally, we uncover the big question, the 4QB conundrum facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. We examine the roster challenge created by having Aaron Rodgers alongside Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Drew Allar, and what this means for the team's depth chart. Don't miss this crucial breakdown. Stay tuned right here for all the latest news and analysis. Aaron Rodgers is set to make significant offseason moves, with reports indicating he is expected to sign a 1-year, $25 million contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rodgers will enter his 22nd season at age 42, following a successful 10-7 record in 2025. The implications of this deal are sharply divided among Steelers fans. Some supporters view it as a smart move, allowing the veteran quarterback to mentor rookie Drew Allar for the future. Others point to the team's offensive acquisitions, including Michael Pittman Jr., Jeremy Bernard, Rico Dowdle, and DK Metcalf, as evidence of their potential to win a championship with Rodgers leading the offense. Meanwhile, some longtime fans remain skeptical, recalling past disappointments with the team's performance. Beyond the team news, the fantasy football landscape is buzzing with updates. Rankings have been revised following the NFL draft, focusing on prospects like Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs. In Tampa Bay, speculation is swirling around wide receiver options. Reports from offensive coordinator Zach Robinson suggest Emeka Egbuka will primarily play the Z position, while Ted Hurst is noted as a viable option, though Chris Godwin is highlighted as the more efficient slot receiver. Furthermore, the situation surrounding the Giants' star wideout, Neighbors, remains uncertain following a second surgery, though the team maintains cautious optimism. In the tight end position, George Kittle's availability for the season opener is questioned, with projections placing him as a TE13, though his impact on the 49ers passing game remains significant. The overall fantasy football scene is active, with ongoing analysis on player ad shifts and draft prospects. The Pittsburgh Steelers' offensive outlook following the return of Aaron Rodgers for his second season is complex, presenting two distinct potential futures. One scenario involves Rodgers returning at age 42, potentially resulting in a year of reduced productivity compared to his 2025 performance. The alternative posits that the combination of Rodgers and new head coach Mike McCarthy, bolstered by off-season additions to the supporting cast, could elevate the offense. However, analysts remain cautious, suggesting these improvements may not be substantial enough to significantly alter Pittsburgh's prospects for an AFC playoff run or postseason success. Mark Madden of Trib Live and 105.9 The X on the Madden Monday podcast echoed this tempered optimism. Madden expressed skepticism, stating, "It's not going to be better enough. They'll win. They won't win enough." He drew a parallel to the Pirates, suggesting the Steelers face a similar ceiling. Madden identified a deeper concern regarding the long-term strategy behind retaining Rodgers. He argued that the team is postponing the critical decision about their long-term quarterback situation, which he views as a major downside. Madden contended that this decision wastes a crucial opportunity to assess potential long-term replacements, specifically mentioning third-round pick Drew Allar. He expressed a preference for seeing a player like Mason Rudolph develop organically toward Allar, perhaps by the middle of the season, rather than relying on the current setup. Madden predicted that securing Rodgers would trap the team in a difficult cycle, labeling him the grandpa game manager. He forecasted a scenario where the team finishes 10-7, but is ultimately defeated in a playoff game and consistently struggles against aggressive, fast defenses due to Rodgers' inability to keep pace. Beyond the quarterback situation, the discussion on the podcast also touched upon Rodgers' salary increase, the offensive line adjustments, the Pirates-Phillies series, and other offseason developments. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers remains a polarizing figure in the NFL, with opinions frequently divided. Despite criticism regarding his current performance level, analysts point to significant strengths that warrant closer examination as the team looks toward 2026. The primary critique leveled against Rodgers is an apparent hesitation in throwing the ball downfield, which can be exploited by defenses employing simulated pressures or nickel blitzes. This tendency often leads to quick throws that limit play development, evidenced by his quick average time to throw in the NFL, despite ranking last in pressure percentage. However, Rodgers demonstrates considerable skill in the intermediate passing game, ranking 8th in passer rating on throws between 11 and 20 yards downfield in 2025, and showing strong touchdown potential in that range. Statistical analysis from 2025 indicates that Rodgers was highly effective at ball placement, ranking 10th in the NFL for big-time throws. Furthermore, his ball security is a notable asset, evidenced by a low interception total and a strong turnover-worthy play percentage. While his avoidance of high-risk scenarios caps offensive explosiveness, his clutch performances are undeniable, including multiple fourth-quarter touchdowns in 2025. With significant upgrades to the receiving core in 2026, including additions like Michael Pittman and Jeremy Bernard, there is a strong case to believe Rodgers can build upon his 2025 season, guide the Steelers back to the postseason, and potentially secure their first playoff victory since 2016. While his trajectory is debated, his capability as a quality starter remains a significant factor for the franchise. The Pittsburgh Steelers have solidified their quarterback situation for the 2026 season by signing four-time MVP Aaron Rodgers to a one-year deal. Reports from NFL Network and ESPN suggest the contract could be worth up to $25 million, with a base salary estimated between $22 and $23 million, supplemented by incentives. This move reunites Rodgers with head coach Mike McCarthy, as the 42-year-old begins his 22nd NFL season. However, this acquisition has created a significant quarterback conundrum for the Steelers' roster construction. The team now features four quarterbacks: Rodgers, veteran Mason Rudolph, sixth-round pick Will Howard, and third-rounder Drew Allar. This configuration presents challenges regarding practice reps and roster spots, as the team historically carries three quarterbacks on its active roster, meaning one player is likely to be left out when the 53-man roster is finalized in August. The dilemma centers on balancing the proven floor and experience of Rudolph, who stepped in for an injured Rodgers last season, against the untapped potential of Allar and Howard. Releasing Rudolph could free up approximately $3 million in cap space or potentially secure a late-round trade pick, but doing so would leave McCarthy with the least experienced backup quarterbacks in his coaching tenure. Despite the depth chart challenge, head coach Mike McCarthy has expressed his commitment to development, stating, "I will coach the hell out of that room," emphasizing his focus on nurturing multiple signals. Ultimately, the decision to bring Rodgers back is viewed as a calculated necessity rather than an error-ending retirement speculation, and integrating a legendary talent into a structure built for his success. The immediate focus now shifts to finalizing the 2026 rotation amid the depth chart complexities.